Welcome back to the ILA on the Six Nations of the Grand River for the second half of our doubleheader. Just a few weeks away from the postseason. Game 2 has the Toronto Monarchs and the Six Nations Snipers. Lance Wynn back at it again. Starting goalie Sam Haynes with a 4-2 record gets the call for the Monarchs. And at the other end, it'll be Dusty Hill. 2-6 between the pipes for the Snipers. Officials for today's second game. Crew chief is Mark Sandman Sands. He'll be joined by Mark Smith and Tyler Frosted Flake. Head coaches for Toronto, Nick Krepensek is the head coach. He's assisted by Spencer Janes and Ryan Kelly. For the Snipers, missing in action, Darcy Palish, usually the bench boss. He's out. It'll be Vince Longboat, Derek Searle, and Jake Henhock to handle the coaching duties here for our second game, wrapping up Week 11 in the Arenalacrosseleague. And Toronto Monarchs come in with a 6-4 record. They're 4-1 at home, but just 2-3 on the road. They lost a tough one, 13-12, to the defending champion Brampton Express last week. The Snipers lost a tight one, 11-9, to Peterborough last week. And so both teams here are looking to right the ship, so to speak. The Snipers, of course, they are 2-3 at home, 1-3 on the road. So as this one gets started in the draw, Ben Heidecker in there with up against Nathan Fear. And off the draw, Mitch Zulian's going to scoop it up and get out of trouble as he sends it back to Andrew Vredenberg. Vredenberg will look to send it over to Jordan Goddard. Goddard looking for Wes Whitlow. Wes Whitlow, wrong stick side. That one goes up and awry. No reset. Whitlow, kick it back out. Zulian steps into one right on top, gets the rebound, but it's picked up, and good defensive play there as now Patrick Thompson will stretch it out over the timeline. First offensive possession here for the Monarchs. When I had a chance to speak with the coaching staff, Nick Krepensek and company for Toronto, it was all about consistency. They felt they had a lapse last week, and that's what cost them the game. And they wanted to play their game. Don't worry about what the Snipers are doing. They need to do their thing. Riley Ford pinned up on the boards against Travis Stotts, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game as a roughing call to Stotts. A little too hands-on up in the mask of Riley Ford. So first power play of the game will go to the Monarchs, and the Monarchs come in with a lethal power play, 71%. The only thing that the Snipers have in their favor is they've got the league best penalty kill at 58%. When I spoke with Vince Longboat and company, they talked about slowing down Toronto's transition game. Also, they want to move the ball, and it's important for them to get into their transition game with Dusty Hill there. That can be done. Jordan Dance, first shot. Hill, rebound, Ford, and great save by Dusty Hill. And now looking to leg it up over the timeline is Vredenberg. He'll zip it across, Chayton King. Vredenberg up the middle. That one's off the post. Tetsuya Yamada. Ben Wittich in there battling for it with Aaron Walker. Walker, nice play to get a handle, and they'll move it up quickly with Cody Innes. So back to the power play here, an early one for the Monarchs. So Tanner Buck out there with Innes and Ty Jesso, Jordan Dance, and Riley Ford. That pass knocked down, 5 on the shot clock. Dougie Powell is battling in that corner for it, and he does a good job to allow time to expire. 55 seconds to burn now for the Snipers. So this has been one of the things that the Snipers have struggled with this season, and that's staying out of the penalty box, of course, is Thunder Hill. We'll work it over to Keelan Pilon. Zip it back up. Whitlow on the swing. He'll keep it back here on the left side. 40 seconds left in the penalty. Pilon takes the double team. Good job. 5 on the shot clock by Keelan Pilon, and there was nowhere to go, but did a good job there to burn enough clock. Just 25 seconds now for the Monarchs to work with. Foulon has had himself a outstanding first season in the Arenalacrosseleague, as Innes now will work it on the right side. Jesso at the top on the interchange. Jesso's shot right on. Dusty Hill the save. So keep an eye out. Tanner Buck on that left side too. Mitch Zulian now will secure it. And he'll move it over the timeline. Penalty over now, so first penalty, first kill for the Snipers, and they'll work it down. Goddard. Chayton King rings it off the iron. So Sam Haynes able to keep that one out. And now Patrick Thompson hustles it over the timeline, slides it back to Heidecker, and then Thompson with some room. Dumps it off, and Riley Ford wasn't able to get it cleanly. Recovered. Thompson. Dance out late. Lets that go. He'll steer that aside. Fresh 20 now. Thompson. He'll swing it around to Ford on the left. Ford. Quick shot right on. Hill on his game early as Dance picks that up for another 20. Cody Menzies. Jesso with 10 on the shot clock. Inside, and Menzies was covered by Stone Jacobs, who now has the loose ball. And Jacobs will bring it up over the timeline. Jacobs out there with Yamada and Fear. Fear is going to get off, and they're going to give way now, and it's Thunder Hill. No Vern Hill, just Thunder today. As Hill wait, Pilon filters out late, send it to Yamada. Hill gets it back. Hill tries to change the angle. Good save, Haynes. Rebound loose in there. Pilon had it for a minute, but now it's Aaron Walker that comes out of the scrum. One man to beat. Walker will wait. Zips it across. Innes steps into that. Cody Innes opens up the scoring with his 12th of the season. So Toronto on the board first. And I'm sure if Dusty Hill could get that one back, he would. We'll get you caught up on all the scores on a busy weekend. Busy week 11 in the Arena Lacrosse League. That gets bounced back, and now working it up is Jacobs. Jacobs past one defender, zips it down Goddard. Goddard will survey the situation, work it to Wes Whitlow. Swing it across to the left. Colton Armitage. Armitage on the run, 5-hole. So there's the swift and immediate answer. Comes courtesy Colton Armitage, and we are tied at 1. In case you missed it, Friday, Brampton 22-10 winners over Paris. Whitby on Saturday, 18-10 over Peterborough. So Whitby now currently sits in second, Brampton in first. The Ohsweken Bears, 15-9 over the Oshawa Outlaws. And then earlier today, the Ohsweken Bears, back-to-back wins, 17-14 over Paris. So that's the way things are shaping up. Goddard ships it across to King. King, he'll take that, almost slipped it through. Tracked down by Yamada. Under 9.5 to go, first quarter. It's Thunder Hill. Off the butt end of the stick, and they'll get a fresh 20. Kick it back out. Goddard will reset. Hill with 10 on the shot clock. Hill just around a defender right on. Haynes made that one look easy. And now Harlan will leg it. Ford flip to Menzies. Menzies now right side. Jesso kicks it out. Dance. Ford. Curlin. Jesso lets it go. Dusty Hill to save. Ball sits there. Good swim move by Dougie Pallas. And Pallas will get it out. And now it's Avery Steinbach Parker. ASP. That's what we're going to have to go with. Sorry, my man. That's a whole lot of words. Briley Maxwell kicks it out. Yamada swings it. Whitlow finds Armitage. Looking to duck in with 8. Kicks it out Whitlow. Backhand try right on. Walker had it but lost it. ASP digging in that corner, knocks it back to Yamada, and Yamada will pull it out. Fresh 20, kick out Armitage. Swing around Maxwell. On the curl. Steinbach Parker let that go. Easy save by Haynes. Yamada the rebound. I thought there was a reset. Nothing doing there. 6 on the shot clock. That one right on, and Haynes did a good job to close the wickets in the nick of time to keep that one out. Monarchs will inbounds as we head to the 7.5-minute mark here, opening quarter. Of course, this is the last game in Week 11 here in the Arenalacrosseleague. 14 weeks before we head to playoffs. 6 of the 8 teams will advance to the playoffs. Innes, curl around, right on, stopped by Dusty Hill. Zulian had it but lost it. Noah Kearney in the middle of everything. Instead, it's scooped up neatly, and here come the snipers. Good job by Ryan and Dresko. Wittich, skip, Hill, shot, and hard to argue when they call it. It's going to be a too many on the floor, and that will take us to our first officials timeout. So ready to resume on the inbounds as too many on the floor will give Toronto their second power play opportunity, 0 for 1. And it'll be Tanner Buck that will man the top right now. Dance and Ford on the left side. Innes and Gesso on the right. Dance, kick. That one will roll right to Dusty Hill. Better keep your heads up. He's got a man now in Vradenburg. Vradenburg on the run. One man to beat, jumping in the rush, dumps it off. Goddard shot, just wide. That's going to go the other way. And good job to run that down by Jonathan Gagliardi. Under a minute and a half in the power play. Dance. Buck tried to quick stick, couldn't complete it. Scoops up the rebound, no reset, 10 on the shot clock. Kick out, Ford, ducks in, right on, stopped by Hill. Rebound again, Toronto. Kick out, Dance, couldn't hold on to it, and now gone. Chance here. Jacobs, and he's denied by Haynes. I thought he may have taken that in a step too far, but Monarchs trying to capitalize right away. Innes. 4 on 3, kick over, tic-tac-toe. Done perfectly by the Monarchs. Tanner Buck on the receiving end for his first of the game. It's 2-1. So a power play goal for the Monarchs. Tanner Buck picks up his 25th of the season. And that's what Toronto does well. I know that their coaching staff mentioned consistency, but they really are a team that plays hard. And sometimes things don't go their way for 4 quarters, but they're never out of any game. And that says a lot about what the coaches and the environment that they have created. Pilon. Kick out Goddard. Goddard has room. Goes to the underhand. That's too much on the screen as Patrick Thompson was taken down. And Wes Whitlow didn't like that. And this is where the snipers tend to get into some trouble, as the more time they spend in the box, the more chance they have of falling behind. Third power play opportunity already for the Monarchs as Wes Whitlow's going to go. So the Monarchs back to work with a man advantage. Just over 5.5 to play in this first quarter. So Buck at the top again. Same usual suspects out there. Only difference now is down on that right crease. Dance. Zips it across. Innes. Trying to get it to Ford. Dance going to play the carom with 10 on the shot clock. Gesso. Behind the net. Buck. 3. Buck tucks it in. Now, he didn't have a whole lot of room, but the amount of room he had was just enough. Second consecutive power play goal for the Monarchs, and it's a 3-1 game. Buck with his second. He's now got 26 on the season. Came in with 24 goals, 25 helpers. All sitting in that circle. Fear and Mason Kaminga battling it out. Kaminga taking a rare face-off, or maybe he was just in there banging. Yamada has that one. And that's an over and back call as Thompson scoops it up with one hand, has Harlan with him. Thompson waits for the trailer now. Jesso. Thompson off the crossbar and out of play. So Toronto sticking to their game plan of trying to attack at any opportunity, and Ford will slide out and work the two-man left side with Dance. Right now the all-time leading goal scorer in the Arenalacrosseleague. Dusty Hill, I'm not sure he staggered a bit but kept that out. And now penalty over, so the Snipers have killed off another one. Trying to go in deep and tuck, that was Armitage. And now on the run, it's Jennings. Jennings has Devin Dunkerley in the rush. Dunkerley tracked down by Armitage. Flipped back by Whitlow, but Jennings intercepted that. Jennings worked over on the sideboards by Whitlow. And the clock keeps ticking down, shot clock that is. And that's going to be Sniper's ball, as a good effort there. And we're going to have too many on the floor. And we'll see who this one goes to. So the Snipers, again, not helping their own cause. This will be the fourth power play opportunity. Toronto is 2 for 3. So the Snipers not doing themselves any favors. Dance. Jesso, right on. Innes, a good job to snatch that and scoot out of trouble. Slide it over, Dance, Jesso at the top. Dancer, Rob, rebound, Buck. Yamada did a good story. Dougie Palace did a great job to get a late stick check in. No reset. And now it's Buck, 10. Innes walks in. Tried to go 5-hole, dust bucket. Stops that as he tightens the wickets. Zulian over the timeline. Still 1:10 to burn here for the Snipers. Harlan working over Zulian. Zulian hangs on to it. Kick it back out, Yamada. Ten on the shot clock. That shot right on by Goddard. And now the Monarchs inside a minute on their power play. Dance. Innes will wait. Jesso late. Into the final 2 minutes here. And a good play there as Redwell, Eric Poirier, secures it. Poirier. And he goes down, but Haynes made that look easy. Was able to do that, and now great effort there by Poirier. And he'll loft it up. Chance here for the Snipers. Vradenberg. Fear in the rush with him. They'll pull it back out. Final 10 seconds of the Snipers penalty. Under 1.5 minutes here in this quarter. Goddard looking to burn it. Teams back to 5-a-side. 6 on the shot clock. Pilon getting a running start. Pilon lets it go. Keelan Pilon, 5-hole. 3-2 game. Pelon with his 12th of the season comes at a good time late here in this first quarter. And you look already, and the Snipers have given up 2 power play goals and had 4 penalties in this quarter, and they only trail by 1. So you got to take the positive from that, as Fear battling with Heidecker, and that's scooped up and handled by Buck. Gagliardi into clock's not moving, so they'll have to do a manual count. Maybe they'll stop this. Quick shot wide. Good job by Laycock to get on that. Cutting, Ford dives and tucks it in. Riley Ford got a little air under there and found that far corner for a 4-2 lead. Ford's got 17 on the season, and none better than that one right there. And beauty pass, good feed, and we're into the final minute here of this first quarter. Off the draw. And I'm not sure what we're going to get here. So legal cross-check, it looks like it's going to go to Graydon Foulon, and it is. So Snipers will get a chance with their first power play opportunity. Just 47% the man advantage. Monarchs have killed off 50% of their man short situations, 50 on the game clock. Maxwell at the top, working with Pelon. Got it out there as well. Whitlow down on that crease. Whitlow snaps it across. Thunderhill tried to feather that one 5-hole, nothing doing. And now here come the Monarchs. Gagliardi has Dance, but he airmails it. Dance does a good job on the stick check, creating some havoc. 25 seconds of the game clock picked up. Maxwell gets it ahead. Andreescu will roll out into the final 10 seconds here of the quarter. Whitlow got to go to work, 7. And that's not going to work. Chayton King is now a chance here for the Monarchs. Thompson can't secure it. That's going to roll down, and time will expire. 4-2 after 1 in favor of the visitors from Toronto. We'll be back with the second. Quarter number 2 about to get started, and I was right. So it is Mason Kuminga in that face-off circle against Nathan Fear. Usually Ben Heidecker is the draw man for Toronto, but violation a little too early will give possession to the Monarchs. Gagliardi will stay out there on that right side. Kuminga will look for some relief, but Whitlow hanging the offensive end now, so they'll try to work it 4-on-4. That's dumped down, and no reason. Gesso didn't realize he still had plenty of time on the shot clock, and now Stotts will move it up over the timeline. So see here if the Snipers can get out first here. Whitlow. Just under 30 seconds left in the penalty. Goddard. Whitlow. Snaps it. Maxwell, the bouncer. So a good pass results in a good shot and goal for Briley Maxwell. His 13th comes courtesy the power play. That's their first power play goal on their first power play opportunity, and we've got a 4-3 game. So Heidecker back in there, and that one goes into the Snipers bench. Possession will belong to the Snipers. So they'll jump start it now with Jacobs out there, Thunderhill. Whitlow, and he'll work it to the right side with Goddard. Give and go. Back door, and good save by Haynes as that one floated up there now. Heidecker. One pass moves it up to Jennings. Jennings will wait, snaps it across to Buck. Tanner Buck looking for an opening. Poirier on it. Buck gets a step. Tanner Buck, I tell you, he'll lull you to sleep and then blow by you, and that's exactly what he did there as he picks up his third of the game. So Tanner Buck has been a one-man wrecking crew here for the Monarchs. He's got 3 of their 5, and they lead by 2. Toronto really is. Toronto and Brampton probably 2 of the teams that are best at taking what the defense gives them. No knock on Whippy, of course. Azulian in some trouble there as Jacobs, and that one gets cradled into the bench, and that's going to be possession to Toronto. Thompson will float that over, and they'll work it with Kearney. Slide that down. Laycock on the curl. Kearney zips that across to Menzies. Menzies can't handle it. Vradenberg picks it up. One pass ahead. Here come the snipers. Andrescu. Andrescu will find Steinbach Parker, and he'll look to try to shed a defender. Kicks it back out. And they'll slide it across, and it's Hill. Chayton King point blank, and he thought it went in, but Haynes kept it right on that line between the line and the post. And now Foulon. Well, they're saying that ball may have trickled in, but from my vantage point, it didn't. Riley Ford, too much bounce on the ounce. It'll go off the screen and back the other way. Kick down and a chance. Scooped up Maxwell. He'll bring it back out. Look for some assistance. He'll find Whitlow. Whitlow will slide it over to Hill. Thunderhill. Fakes the shot, looking for Whitlow. Plays it off the boards. Backhand try. Wes Whitlow pulling another rabbit out of his hat with that trick shot, and it's 5-4. Tell you, you can say what you want about Wes Whitlow, and sometimes very volatile as far as his temper goes and his focus, but that's his 17th of the season. If you get him to focus on putting the ball in the net, he is one of the most prolific scorers in the Arenalacrosse League, as you can see with stick skills like that. Zulian, great job on the scoop. Mitch Zulian splits 2 defenders, including Kuminga, but lost the ball now, and it's Dunkerley. And Dunkerley runs it to Dougie Palace, and that's like running into a rock-solid car, but running it to Mason Kuminga, the same as. So Palace looks like he's going to go, and I thought that would have been a coincidentals at best, but not the case, as Tyler Flake says it was just Dougie Palace. So 5th power play opportunity for the Monarchs, and they are 2 for 4. Buck working, dance, tried to go top corner, nothing doing. Zulian, quick outlet pass. On the move now is Jacobs. Jacobs gets the step. Jacobs top corner. It's a shorty. We are tied at 5. Stone Jacobs with just his 3rd of the season, and a big shorthanded marker with just under 11.5 to go ties this game. Still a minute 45 left in the Toronto power play, and that's what Vince Longboat mentioned. He talked about getting their transition game in order, and really it was a great outlet pass that sent Jacobs away. Good hustle as Vradenberg scoops that one up. And now 2-on-2 in the offensive end for the Snipers. Whitlow. Pass looking for Thunder Hill. Scooping around. Hill. I tell you, these guys got some big bags of tricks out there as 66 on the roll. Whitlow crossbar on a beauty pass from Thunder Hill. And now Buck will move it up. Still a minute 10 to go in the man advantage for Toronto. Jesso and Buck. Dance, walks in, kick over Jesso, just wide. Good job by Hill. That was through the crease. Dusty Hill airs it out to Fair. Fair just looking to regroup. Does a good job, and it's Goddard now. Keep an eye out. Thunderhill's fearless. He doesn't care about a 1-on-3 situation, as he will elude one. Goddard, 6 on the shot clock. Goddard gets one off. Good save by Haynes. And he'll loft one up now. And there's just 23 seconds left now in the man advantage. 10 minutes to go here in this first half. Jesso at the top this time. Working with Buck. Kick across. Duck in. That try by Innes. Nothing doing as Dusty Hill didn't give him anything to actually see or to shoot at. And now Vradenberg over the timeline. Penalty over. Team's back to 5 aside. So another one killed by the Snipers. Jacobs on the curl around, and Chayton King going to try to track this one down. Does a good job to free the hands, and despite Dunkerley's efforts, gets a shot on net. Good work by Chayton King. And I think as Buck now will set it up and skip it across. Laycock. And that pass is an errant one, looking for forward by Jesso, and instead it's Steinbach Parker. Wait for a trailer. Thunderhill ducks in. Hill tried to go down and he scores. Thunderhill has given the Snipers a 6-5 lead. First of the game for Thunderhill. I mean, this kid's only shown up for 3 games. He's already got 5 goals and a helper. So, an impact player. First lead of the game for the Snipers. Off the draw, Jacobs. He'll float it over, and they'll set it up now in the offensive end. Whitlow. Thunderhill looking for an opening. Getting worked over by Kleisko. Hill got a shot off, tried to tuck it short side, but Haynes did a good job to cut that off. Kuminga now has Dunkerley on a hop. Good job to accelerate by Poirier. He put on the Jets just in the nick of time. Dunkerley does a good job to get out of trouble. We hit the 8-minute mark here, first half. Dance, swinging across, Laycock. He'll work it down. Innes, and he sends it to Kearney. Noah Kearney in the G column, playing some of the best lacrosse in the Arenalacrosseleague. Kearney ties things at 6. That's his 4th goal of the season, and I tell you the thing about Noah Kearney is he spends most of his time taking care of all of the little things that need to be done, cleaning up the loose balls and being on point defensively. So when he chips in with a goal, that's only a bonus for the Monarchs. And now off the draw, it's Thompson. Gagliardi, he'll retreat to get it over. Innes will curl back out. Jesso swings it. Laycock swings it, and it's Dance. Gets a step. flip back goes off Zulian, and that ball loose now. Wittich has Zulian with him. Back door, Thunderhill. Wrong stick side, Wittich takes the shot. Easy save for Haynes, and that will take us to our officials' timeout and allow us to thank some of our sponsors. Belco Construction, KT Gas and Tobacco, Tribe Cannabis, Little Buffalo Store and Gas, MTS Native Services, Morrow Athletics, who we have worked out a deal with. Look forward to doing business with them. Guaranteed Glass and Tint, Nicosi, Wicked Extracts, and, of course, Hills Custom Coffins. You can come by anytime. You just can't stay. We'll be back. Set to go after our officials' timeout. Tied at 6 here at the ILA as we wrap up Week 11 in the Arenalacrosseleague. And it'll be Jordan Dance with the inbounds, and he'll work it to the right side, and it's Innes. Innes looking on the curl, looking for some room. Good job of jumping out on that by Andresco behind the net. Right back. And too much going on there as looks like we're going to have, could be coincidentals. We'll see. For a change, Snipers running past the penalty box and not in it. So it looks like it's going to be Tanner Buck with a rough. So the Snipers will go to work with their second power play opportunity. They're 1 for 1. And a chance here to retake the lead. So Maxwell at the top. Goddard and Whitlow on the right side. Thunderhill and Pilon on the left. Been changing up that power play. Just the position-wise, that's all, not the personnel. Maxwell. Thunderhill. 7 on the shot clock. Hill underhand right on Haynes, and that snuck through. Right through the armpit. So Thunderhill again, pinpoint accuracy for his second of the game. The Snipers remain perfect on the power play, 2 for 2, and now lead this one 7-6. This is their first lead of the game. Just over 6.5 to go in this second quarter. Off the draw, Heidecker harassed by Goddard, gets it over, and now they'll work at Gagliardi. He'll pull it back out, and Jennings will stay out there on the left side. Gesso will work it. Laycock will kick it, working the Buck. Tanner Buck, that one off Goddard's stick. Jennings picks it up, but that was blocked too. Chance now, Dusty Hill. They can look at the back door. Good defense, so Aaron Walker is there. And now Goddard will move it up. Hill, give and go. Goddard shot off the post. Thunderhill had it for a minute, looking to scoop it back and able to get a hold of it. Good job by Thunderhill. Jason Crawford all over Hill, and I'm not sure Thunderhill's got feeling in that left hand as he took a good hack there. Down low. And a dunk attempt, and I tell you, the kid's fearless. Creased the call. Scooped up. Here comes Harlan. Looking to move it up. Patrick Thompson over the net. Rebound. Innes couldn't hold on to it, but Kearney can. Like I said, the little things are key. And Noah Kearney seems to be in the right place, right time, more often than not. Gesso, he'll flip it back. 10 on the shot clock. Another skip. Gesso lets it go right on Dusty Hill. Hill looks up, lost one up. And Steinbach Parker, one-on-one, backdoor. Maxwell off the crossbar. Rebound, Steinbach Parker gets bounced away from the ball. Chayton King trying to run it down. He gets roughed up. And Chayton King doing a great job hanging on to that, and bodies colliding. And Dougie Palace is in the middle. You know bodies are colliding. Palace, there's going to be a delayed penalty as Stotts, and you're going to have to blow this one down because I think both are going to go. Gagliardi's going to get the initial, But Palace may try to slide his way to that bench, but I think he'll be headed over to the right side. He's pretty familiar with that area. So it looks like Gagliardi's going to be the only guilty party, and it's going to be a hold that's going to allow the Snipers their third power play opportunity of this game. So they'll go to work, 2 for 2 with the man advantage. We are under 4.5 to go here in this second quarter. Whitlow in tight, backhand to backhand. Good try, Maxwell. Board picked up by Hill, fresh 20. Goddard takes it back. Quick stick, beauty. And it slides in. So beauty passing by the Snipers as Maxwell capitalizes. Third time they've done so on the power play. And a big one, second of the game for Briley Maxwell. So a costly penalty this time for Toronto, as the Snipers, as much as they've given up 2 power play goals, but they've pocketed 3 and a shorty. Off the draw, Jacobs got a head of steam going and trying to track that down. Good job, Monarchs hold on to it, and they'll move it up with 1 pass. Griceco. Just had to pause to see a moment of beauty here. Luckily to be able to see the next generation of longboats moving along as Ford. No accuracy. Buck took that one, and that never got through. And possession now will belong to the Snipers with under 3.5 to go. So the Snipers have settled in here, and it's Whitlow. Whitlow fakes the flip. Thunderhill taking it to the boards. Gagliardi putting a body on him. Whitlow, he's going to let that go right off the logo. Rebound scooped up. And good job by Haynes, the big guy there, as he gets up and moves it along to Harlan. Harlan, backdoor, has a man. Gesso can't get a shot off, kick out. Harlan trying to track it down. Zuli in there as well. Laycock manages to secure it with 10 on the shot clock. Bach, wrong stick side, right on. Rebound, Zulian. Zulian has some room. Doesn't have the numbers, though, so he'll pull it out. ASP. Thunderhill goes over the top. Can't find the mark. No reset. Jayton King working hard as Foulon on him. King comes away with it. Dumps it off. Quick shot by Steinbach Park. Rebound! The Thunder strikes again. Underhill with his third of the game. And it is 9-6. So in what was a penalty-filled first quarter for the Snipers, where they trailed 4-2 at the end of 15, boy, this second quarter has been a big difference, and when they stay out of the penalty box, it's a tough team to beat. Off the draw. Griceco trying to get a step on Fear. Griceco diving, denied. Scooped up. Two-hopper up to Jacobs. Jacobs now on the move. He'll let it go just over the net. Jennings. Minute and a half to go here in the second. Rolls it over, tough one, and luckily Buck there to get a handle on it. Tanner Buck. Buck tried to let that go on the run. Gesso with 7 on the shot clock to Dance. Behind the net and couldn't complete the pass. Looking for Buck. Toronto had it, but Snipers now going to pick it up, and they got to keep playing. No clean possession. Shoveled. Great save, Dusty Hill. And a quick pass ahead. In alone, Poirier. Poirier denied by Haynes. Kaminga's going to scoop that upward to the final minute here. Kaminga will take his time and get that over. Laycock will swing it to the right. Gesso down low. Kaminga! Mason Kaminga. You talk about getting a contribution from a Noah Kearney. Well, Mason Kaminga, defensive specialist, adding to the total here, and it's a 9-7 game. 41 seconds left in the half. Some good work from Mason Kaminga, both ends of the floor. And I think if you're a coach, you got to like the fact when your defensive guys still feel confident enough to jump in the offensive end. Not often, but enough, as that's going to give the Snipers possession. And there's going to be a slashing call. So the Monarchs are going to get a late penalty with 36 seconds left in this first half, and it's Gagliardi. So a perfect 3 for 3 with the man advantage. Fourth opportunity now for the Snipers. 36 seconds here in the half, but they will get an opportunity if they don't to open up the third with a man advantage. Maxwell at the top. Working with Thunderhill. Underhand, too much under. That's going to go over the timeline, and Patrick Thompson's going to run that down and takes the right angle. Thompson gets roughed up. Can't hang on to it. 15 on the game clock. Laycock in there battling. It's scooped up. Sniper's going to try to go. They're going to call a timeout. So the Snipers take a timeout. 11 seconds left. We'll see what they get, what they draw up on the break. We'll be back. So 11 seconds left on the clock here in this opening half, and looks like the Snipers will have to go at least 2/3 of the carpet. They want to get a shot off here. On the inbounds, they'll move it up quick. Goddard, right to work, 6. Give and go, Whitlow. Goddard, 3. Pilon lets it go, but Haynes right there. 30 minutes have flown on by here at the ILA. 9-7 Snipers. We are locked and loaded for third quarter as a very good first half. It was 4-2 for the Monarchs after one, but 9-7 Snipers at the break, and still a minute 24 left in the Six Nations power play. Penalty to Gagliardi, and we'll see here if the Snipers come out with a little bit of fire here. Off the draw, Fear, and Kaminga battling. Whitlow scoops it up, ducks by, and gets some help. So Jacobs now, he will retreat. They will let the power play unit zip out there and go back to work. So Goddard out there with Whitlow on the right side. Pilon and Maxwell on the left, Thunderhill. Thunderhill let that go, out ricocheted, and Kaminga. Quick pass ahead, looking for Thompson. Takes a funny hop, and Goddard missed it too. So Thompson A great save, Dusty Hill. Big momentum save there for the Dust Bucket. Quickly back, numbers for the Snipers. Maxwell lets it go. Bradley Maxwell, 4 for 4 on the power play of the Snipers. So Maxwell adds to his total. He's got 3, and wow, what a turn of events. A breakaway big save at one end by Dusty Hill, and that leads to a golden opportunity at the other, and the Snipers capitalize again with the man advantage. 10-7 now. So I think if you are Vince Longboat and the Snipers, that's the start you wanted for this third quarter. Off the draw, scooped up, and good job right by Vredenberg. He'll scamper to an open spot, flip it back to Jacobs. Underhill will cruise over to the left side. Matched up one-on-one. Good save by Haynes. I tell you, if you're a defensive player playing against Thunderhill, you better not take your eyes off him. Good pass to get it up to Dunkerley. Wittich working him over. Dumps it off. Buck taking Toronto a while to get into their offense now. Innes with 10 on the shot clock. Gesso. Dance. Dumps it in. Laycock will pick up the loose ball. Spins but creased the call. Just toe on the line on the spin. Good call by official Mark Smith, and now Dougie Palace. Maxwell isolated against Thompson. Works it over to Goddard. Goddard works to Pilon. Pilon another skip. Yamada. Spin. Yamada bounce. Stopped by Haynes. Rebound. Pilon backhand. Rebound picked up. Kicked out Whitlow. Whitlow walks in, and Whitlow buries the underhand. West. Whitlow. One more time. Second of the game for Whitlow. He's got 18 goals this season. 11-7 for the Snipers. Looks like we're going to have a goaltending change, as it looks like Dante Mancini is going to come in relief of Sam Haynes. Now we've seen that on the regular. A lot of times the netminder just needs a breather. He'll go and go out for a few minutes and come right back in. Forward with Poirier on him. Kick it back out, Kearney. Gesso. Ford now with some room to get ahead of steam going. In tight. Good save there on the Buck bouncer. And Snipers now are going to scoop that up and look to move it up. Jacobs does a good job hanging on to it. Armitage. He'll work at half boards Thunderhill. Chayton King. That's his shot right on. King trying to fish for his rebound. Gets a hole on it, but Jennings disrupted that, and now Mancini airs it out to Crawford. Instead it goes netminder to netminder as Dusty Hill gets it up, and now Chayton King. Whitlow, one-on-one with Jennings. Whitlow lets it go just over top of the net. Hill will bail him out. And Hill went to the overhand, tried to change up the angle, and didn't fool Mancini. As now Jennings going to try to leg it over the timeline, and he does. Gets a screen, and they'll work it now to Menzies. Innes floats down that right side. Kick across looking for Dance. Instead it ends up in the stick of Dusty Hill, and now Fear will move it up one pass. Andrescu gets into a different shooting angle. He was on his wrong stick side, but good pressure by Patrick Thompson. Whole lot of running, but not running too far except into the double team. 5 on the shot clock. Good job by the Toronto defense to hold it down, and they will regain possession. Dunkerley. He'll flip it now, and they'll work it on the right side with Innes. Innes and Gesso have been quiet in this game. Dance, he's also been quiet in this game. Good spin move. Dance, ducks through. Taken down, that's going to be a legal cross-check, and that is going to send the Monarchs to their 6th power play this game. They are 2 for 5. It's going to be Vredenberg, the guilty party. So this version of the Toronto power play, very similar to the rest, as they will go to work now, looking to cut into this 4-goal deficit. Ford working with Buck. Ford stepping in. Ford twister just wide. And bad bounce, so Zulian now in the rush, has Jacobs with him. 2-on-1, Zulian keeps it. Zulian taking into the net, and we're going to see if it looked like Zulian was pushed in by Bach, and that's why the collision with Mancini. So just going to make sure, and they may be calling. So they are calling the illegal cross-check. So with 1:36 left in the Snipers' penalty, the Monarchs nullify that, and we'll play 4-on-4. Hill gets a step. Tried to go over the top. Kaminga scoops it up, gets it up. Harlan on the run. Harlan trying to get to the stick side. Harlan bouncer, 5-hole. So no power play goal, but a big one for Harlan. As he picks up his first of the game, comes via 4-on-4, and it's 11-8. That's one of those situations where, again, Toronto getting some contributions from everywhere, including their defensive players. Heidecker off the draw, gets it. Dunkerley with the scoop. So Toronto now with possession here. We hit the 9-minute mark, third quarter. Innes on the right. Gets a screen as Laycock put a little extra, but Fear couldn't scoop it. Zulian Kenny's on the run. He's got Poirier. Zulian, he's going to pull up there and wait for some numbers. Sniper's going to be a little more deliberate here. Good decision. As Goddard will get it off Zulian now. Thunderhill. Yamada. On the curl. Kaminga popped that loose. Takes Yamada into the boards, and possession will belong to Toronto. So another good defensive hold for the Monarchs, as Gagliardi will bring it up, and they'll move it over to Thompson. Half boards on the right. Thompson looking to get a running start. Peels back out, works it to Dance. Dance, gonna let that go. Dusty Hill, the save, that goes out of play. So it'll stay right here for another 20. Monarchs possession. Innes. He'll float over to that right crease and snap it up. Ford couldn't handle the pass. Wittich, though, has a hold of it. He'll send it up to Stotts. Stotts has Chayton King jumping in the rush. Wittich as well. 3-on-2. Stotts, crossover. Down low. Chayton King, beauty finish from a sweet feed from Travis Stotts. So a big transition goal for the King. That's his 16th of the season. And it's now 12-8. So Toronto wanted to slow down the Snipers' transition game, but they have not been successful in that up to this point. Heidecker, that one knocked down by Jacobs. Good read. Jacobs the other way. Good speed. Moves up, flips to King. King gathers it. King walks in. Chayton King down and up. Whitlow, backhand. King through the crease, the call, and with 7:06 to go, that will take us to our officials' timeout. Set to go on the inbounds as it'll be Jordan Dance to roll over the center line and jumpstart the offense for the Monarchs. Teams at 5 aside. Dance trying to get rid of Jacobs. Jacobs, great defense there, gets the screen forward. Dance lets it go, but it's knocked down. Chance now for the Snipers in transition. It's Fear. Steinbach Parker jumps in the rush. Fear. His slow shot, rebound, tucked in on the follow-up. Never giving up on the play, Avery Steinbach Parker. Great effort there by ASP as he never gave up on the play. Didn't assume that was going to go in the net. Stayed close, trailed behind, picked up the loose ball, and pocketed the 12th goal for the Snipers for a 4-goal lead. Still making some adjustments here. I'm not quite sure. I guess Dougie Palace he needs his draw stick, not the stick you can actually shoot with. So Heidecker and Palace. Flipped out by Heidecker. Good job on the draw. Thompson trying to shed a couple, split a couple. Harassed by Whitlow, coughs it up at Zulian. Great job defensively by the Snipers. And now Goddard. Whitlow. In tight. Maxwell's shot just wide. Pilon will get it, and they'll work the clock one more time. Pilon steps into that one. Stopped there by Mancini. Fished out. Whitlow almost had a handle on it. Walker. Quick pass, Thompson. One man to beat. Thompson. He'll let the bouncer go. I think that caught the post and out of play. So a tough break as Toronto go right back to Thompson wide open. Tried to tuck that 5-hole, but Dusty Hill had the basket in the right spot. And now Vradenberg. Flip that up and over and gets it to Armitage. Chayton King snaps it, Thunder Hill. 10 on the shot clock. Good swim move. Hill lets it go right off the logo. Hill's going to fish that. Takes a hard hit but gets it over. Close to a high stick there. As looked like Armitage may have taken one, but Kuminga flips it and Poirier now has it. So good job by the Snipers as we hit the 5-minute mark. That's the time remaining here in the third. Goddard. In tight, tried to thread the needle to Armitage, but nothing doing there. And now Mancini. And he coughs it up. So good job, good pressure by Thunder Hill, knowing that Mancini just came in the game and he's forced to turn it over. So a bit different as far as throwing goes, Haynes and Mancini. Kuminga, good job there. Gets it out Heidecker. Heidecker has Walker with him. Heidecker goes to a stick side. Walker interference. Kicks it out. Bad pass will allow Poirier to come back and retrieve it. And now Thunderhill. Hill waits. Pilon will swing it to Whitlow. Maxwell. Give and go. Thought he had Whitlow stick down. That shot, Hill tried to go 5-hole. Took something off it. And now that pass again going to get a good carom, no, but Gagliardi not able to get it in time. So, again, good forechecking by the Snipers. We're under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Armitage. Maxwell. Jacobs. It's the running start. Kick out. Maxwell. Goddard. Goddard able to knock that ball loose and reset that clock. Goddard, tough pass there. Jennings all over him now, and Goddard goes for the dunk. Body's all down there. Not sure how Maxwell hit the carpet, but Kuminga now will move it up quickly, and he gets it up ahead to Buck. Ford. In tight, Innes was looking for a cutter in. Buck couldn't connect. And now Andrescu is going to walk it over the timeline, and they'll be a little more deliberate here with 2.5 to go in the third. That'll go over the timeline. That's a violation. And scooped up quickly. And Foulon got close to the line, teetered on it, but nothing to it now, and it's Menzies. Cody Menzies. He'll flip it up. Jesso works it to Dance. Inside, Ford takes a check, but he's stopped by Dusty Hill. Quick pass ahead. ASP trot over the line. And he'll flip now to Thunderhill. Hill and Whitlow work the two-man game. Pilon in there. Dumps it up. Pilon fakes up and down but went wide. Hill's going to pick that up. And they're going to go manual count because there was no reset. And that's going to, possession's going to belong to the Monarchs. So under 1.5 minutes to go here in this third. Gagliardi. He'll pull it out, and now it's Innes. Ford trying to duck in. Ford denied again by Dusty Hill. Laycock scoops that up. He'll hold on to it. Zulian working him over, and he'll slide that across, and they'll set it up now into the final minute here of the third. Innes. Steps into that. That was well wide, and Buck had it. Picked up, slid over. Laycock denied. Dusty Hill stretching out the arm, kept it out of the net. Monarchs still with possession here. 35 on the game clock. Innes takes a chop from Zulian. Look for the roll. Nothing there. That's going to ricochet and go over the timeline. Possession will belong to the Snipers deep in the offensive end. 23 seconds to go. Third quarter. Whitlow. 15 on the game clock. Pulling the goalie for the last shot. Goddard. Scooped up, and Foulon overran it. Gets some backup. Dunkerley takes a good cross check, and Foulon. As the clock winds down, some good defense by the Snipers denies the Monarchs. 3 quarters done. 13-8 Snipers. To go here, and I don't have the details, but it looks like there was a call at the end of the third quarter. Snipers are going to be penalized and allow the Monarchs to go to their 7th power play of this game. Off the draw. Fear working over Gagliardi. So this is a big power play for Toronto. Trailing by 5 now here, the beginning of the 4th. Buck at the top. Dance has been quiet this game. Has the ball now, works it. That shot from Gesso off the post. Buck will retrieve it on his wrong stick side, and he'll bring it back over, stay at the top. Him and Dance. Dance has an opening. Dance tried to go far corner, just a bit off. That one will stay in the play and take a crazy bounce. Poirier stopped. Big save by Mancini. So a big save there. Last time, big save led to a goal. We'll see if that's the case. Just over a minute left in the power play. Dancer working with Ford. Shovel in his quick stick, and nothing doing as Dusty Hill has his A game today. Palace had it knocked down by Ford. Gesso retrieves. Radenberg has to hustle back. 40 seconds left in the power play. Ford. Dance. Skip, and that floated. Buck managed to get under it. Gesso. That pass a little awry. 10 on the shot clock. Behind the net. No look. Ford scoots around. On the run. Ford. Gesso made that save. That looks like it was in the crease. And Monarchs get no reset. And they're going to, you've got all the officials agreed. And it's possession to the Snipers. Final 10 seconds to burn here for Six Nations. Well, they keep dodging bullets, but they keep answering the call, and that's what these Snipers have done here today. Maxwell gets a step. Great save, Mancini. Scooped up. Good job by Goddard. Goddard, hesitation. He'll pull it back. Zip it out looking for Thunderhill. Instead, Pilon. Whitlow tried to find Goddard. Instead, it's going to come from Thunderhill. Took something off, got it on target. Whitlow going to battle for it and scoops it up. Good job by the Snipers to retain possession. Maxwell with 3 in the shot clock. And Thunderhill was expecting Maxwell to let that shot go, and either way, now it's Foulon. Backdoor, Innes slides it. Gesso, kick it back out. Looking for Kearney. Laycock. Good ball movement by the Monarchs, 10 on the shot clock. Bad pass, though, knocked down. Kearney going to have to work. Mitch Zulian. Zulian's going to go in alone here. And he's denied there by Mancini. Good attempt by Mitch Zulian, but came up empty. Kearney back the other way. Back door. Skip across in the middle, diving. And there he is. It's the dancer, Jordan Dance. Picking up his first of the game, 17th of the season. And it's 13-9. Beauty goal by Jordan Dance. And he knew he was going to take some contact there. Took that pass right in the middle. And able to pocket that for his first of the game. Off the draw, won neatly by Fear. Whitlow. He'll flip it back, and now Jacobs will work it right back to Whitlow. Whitlow, Thunderhill going to go for the run. Changes direction. Thought about it. Maxwell slides it. Chayton King, top corner. 88 in the house. Second of the game for the King. 17 on the season. And it's 14-9. Snipers. So a big goal, and this is one of those games when the Snipers have chosen to be very disciplined, certainly in the second half. They had 4 penalties that resulted in 2 goals in the first quarter. Settled in. They have been lethal on the power play, 4 for 4 with the man advantage as things changed up in the second quarter. And now here they are in the driver's seat with 11 minutes to go, fear off the draw. Poirier. Goddard, he'll swing it, get to his side, working to Whitlow. Pilon gets a step. Armitage, and he's in the crease. So that will belong to Toronto. Kreisco will zip it. Gagliardi will bring it over the timeline. Ford. Good skip, looking for Gesso. Gesso returns the favor. Gesso lets it go, but that's blocked. Picks up the rebound, and ball loose, scooped up, and here come the Snipers. They got numbers, 2-on-1. Andrescu! Andrescu in the far corner. And you talk about the Monarchs getting some contributions. Well, how about Ryan Andrescu? Big goal there, 15-9. Sometimes the difference in these games are your transition guys. They're your X factor. And if you can get something out of them, that's usually tips the scales in your favor. And up to this point, the Monarchs had been getting contributions, but you look at what the Snipers have done as between Stone Jacobs and Andrescu, and they have chipped in. Avery Steinbach Parker have chipped in. Monarchs now. Quick shot, dance. That one goes wide. Going to be a race for it. And Armitage corrals it. Armitage lets it go. Top corner. Colton Armitage, 16-9. Second of the game for Armitage, and the Snipers are running rampant here in this fourth quarter. Well, Toronto talked about wanting to slow down the Snipers' transition game. The Snipers talked about wanting to up the tempo, and as of right now, the Snipers are doing exactly what they need to do. Off the draw, Gagliardi. Zips it, but it's knocked down by Jacobs. And Gagliardi laid a hit, but possession will belong to the Snipers. Jacobs wheels past Dunkerley. He'll flip it, and Whitlow will settle it down. Whitlow, free pass. Whitlow, easy money for Wes Whitlow as a defensive breakdown allowed him to waltz in and pocket another one. Third of the game for Whitlow, and he's done a very good job at letting this game come to him. He's also done an excellent job staying out of the penalty box, which has been his Achilles heel, and he's definitely come to play here today. Just over 9 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Just in case you missed it, Brampton 22-10 winners over Paris on Friday night. Brampton sitting in first place, 8-2. Whitby on Saturday, 18-10 winners over Peterborough. They're in second, 8-3. Ohsweken Bears won 15-9 over Oshawa. That was yesterday. And, of course, today the Bears won again, 17-14 over the River Wolves. So back-to-back wins for Ohsweken. Kearney cutting, but denied by Dusty Hill. So Dusty Hill has done everything in his power. Backdoor. Thunder couldn't run under that one. Dunkerley will. Chased down by Yamada. Harlan under 8.5 to go fourth quarter. Tough pass as beauty job by Laycock. Took that one off the shoelaces and able to pocket his first of the game. Don't underestimate, that was a good catch by Nathan Laycock. That pass was down and in traffic, and he was able to calmly get it in and out of that pocket in a hurry. 17-10. Snipers lead. Pilon through the pack, scoops it up. Stotts now will move it up. Hill thought about it. Yamada ducks in. Yamada lets it go. Stopped by Mancini. Rebound picked up by Heidecker. He'll flip it. And Dunkerley now on the move. Out of the back door on the fly. Walking in is Innes. Going to be a delayed penalty coming to the Snipers. So it looks like a roughing call. That looks like Sean Osborne, the guilty party. So a rough will give the Monarchs another power play. They're 8th of the game. They are 2 for 7. And they've given up a shorty. So Buck will be at the top of this one, working with Gesso to his right side. Dance to his left side. Buck steps in. That one steered aside. Took a weird hop, but Buck there to retrieve it. And now he'll wait and set it up. Buck tried a quick one right off the pad. Ball loose. Wittich going to go for it, but Ford casually able to corral it. And it's Dance. Ford through a crowd, but a good save made there by Jacobs. Dusty Hill went up high to get it. Now it's Wittich. Wittich trying to split two. Harlan takes it from him. Mancini grabs it. Final minute of the power play here. Foulon. 6.5 to play fourth quarter. Dance. He'll work it down. Get it back from Laycock. 6 on the shot clock. Bad pass there. Easy retrieval by Paulus. And quick pass. Jacobs now has a man up ahead with Poirier. Stone Jacobs on the move. Cuts back in. Jacobs, what a toe save by Mancini. My, oh my. And with just over 6 minutes to play, we'll take our officials' time out, but be able to thank some of our sponsors like Belco Construction, KT Gas and Tobacco, Nicosi, Wicked Extracts, Guaranteed Glass and Tint, MTS Native Services, Little Buffalo Store and Gas, Tribe Cannabis, Morrow Athletics, and of course, Hills Custom Coffins. Always a pleasure to visit, never allowed to stay. We'll be back. Ready on the inbounds, Thunderhill, deep in the left corner. Kick it out, dangerous pass, but Goddard secures it. Kuminga was looking for the interception, and Goddard with 15 seconds left and the man short. Whitlow tried it through the legs, and Thunderhill, laying on the carpet, manages to get the ball. So snipers all over anything loose. And pinned on the corner, penalty over. Team's back to full strength. Kuminga in there. It's Whitlow that comes away with it. Osborne battling for it, but Foulon comes away with it. And that's going to be a penalty on Goddard. I think the issue on that is that the offensive player was defenseless, and Goddard came from the blind side and took him out. So in this league, that's a penalty. So another power play to the Monarchs. The hit was clean, the positioning was not. Jesso try to change it up, go to the bounce, nothing doing. Buck. That was in the crease. Laycock overcommitted. And now the sniper's on the move with Jacobs. Jacobs breakaway. Over the net, rebound. Thunderhill, who else? And he'll pull it back out. Minute and a half to go in the penalty. Pilon. Draws the double team. Takes the pounding. Still has it. Shot clock violation, and a good job by Keelan Pilon to burn some time here, as now the Monarchs are running low on that. 4.5 to go. Ennis. Behind the net, Ennis shot pass. Jesso changed the angle, almost spun in, but bounced out, and Stotts now with a quick pass, aired it out. And Mancini gonna go get it. Mancini was expecting to hit, but Fear had no intent. And now it's Dunkerley. Bouncer stopped by Dusty Hill. Paulus moves it up to Zulian. Zulian. And again, if you're the Snipers, you're in no hurry here whatsoever. Zulian. Zipped on a good pass, but Yamada was on his wrong stick side anyway. So wouldn't have been able to do a whole lot with it, as Jennings now. Ennis will move it. Ford now has to get to where he should be. They'll work it down the Laycock. Laycock, backdoor cut by Bach. Nothing doing on the connection. 5 on the shot clock. Ford. That shot gobbled up easy by Hill, and going to be another penalty here. And I'm not sure why, if you are the Snipers, you're even taking penalties right now with a 7-goal lead. There's no message that needs to be sent except take the W, as Osborne's going to make the slow walk to the penalty box. Those are the kind of bad habits you want to shed. So 9th power play of the game here coming for the Monarchs, and they just have, 2 goals to their name. This is their 10th. They've got 2. They're 2 for 9. In tight, quick stick, stopped. Buck scoops it up, 2.5 to go. Pressure as that goes right to Hill, and gets moved up. So on the run, Snipers, and they'll flip it, and they should stop, drop, and set up shop right there. Whitlow. Goddard. Shot clock winding down, gets that right on target. And now Walker. Ford. We're under 2 minutes now. Give and go. Jessel walks in, but Dusty Hill again in denial mode. And now the Snipers again will bring it over the timeline. So they'll look to burn some more time here and let this clock tick all the way down. Thunderhill, he takes no prisoners, I tell you. Goddard, 10 on the shot clock. Shot clock violation as the clock continues to tick down into the final minute. Snipers are in good shape to pick up their 4th win of the season. Toronto Monarchs still in good shape. They will fall, though, to 6-5. 2-on-1, Fear. Fear leans in. Kreisco does a good job. 35 seconds. Penalty over, and this game is all but academic here as Goddard. 20 on the game clock. Kreisco's going to pull it out. Final 10 seconds here. So the Snipers, without their head coach, stand and deliver here to wrap up Week 11 in the Arena Lacrosse League. Things are heating up. Week 12 headed in our direction next week. Final 17-10 in favor of the Snipers on behalf of the Arena Lacrosse League. The ILA, all our volunteers. I'm Lance Wynn. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next week.